Hello folks and welcome back to Ulm. I seem to have unpaused by mistake for a little second here, and Poland is no longer the rival of Austria because Austria is pathetic, to be honest, thanks to us, and they're in a regency council. Okay, anyway, we are on the verge of revolution. It's just a matter of time now. We have a daily or monthly progression of 1%, which means we are only what? How much? We're at 7%, we have 93% left, so 93 months, which is, yes, it's gonna take a while, within 10 years. Maybe we could go bankrupt, but I don't really feel like doing that because of the army morale and other things. Also, our units are really cool. We have a port, we have a personal union with Hungary. Everything's so cool. I mean, just look at that. That's our empire right there. Okay, I did think we were gonna do well, but didn't really imagine it go that quickly. Also, we need to fix our borders, but we'll do that later. Also, we do have a mission to declare war on Venice and take Istria. However, they're allied with Aragon, and I don't think I want to go to war right now, if I'm gonna be entirely honest. After all, our neighbors don't really like us that much, so I'm gonna let that settle down for a while, and then we'll start expanding again, especially once we have the revolution. The revolution is gonna bring us joy and wonders, I hope, and we really have to make sure we have a France or another country, especially France, maybe Castile, but especially France I want to have on my side during the revolution, so we'll keep him with us, or her. Or, yes, I just said him because it's Francois. Honestly, I almost feel like attacking the Ottomans here, because they seem quite weak. If you think about it, they're level 27, I think oh no, I'm still 27. Alright, well, forget that, but still, there's just so much stuff we could take, and I would have quite a lot of allies on my side, I believe. Tuscany, Castile, maybe not the French, yeah, well, whatever. Enforce religious unity? Lubeck will accept? Fantastic. We'll gain some aggressive expansion. You know what? Let's take Anhalt. Thank you. Russia, what's up? I know I'm on the verge of a revolution, but you know, what if we had a royal marriage? Wouldn't that be great? The only thing that I fear about the revolution is how my flag will look, because a lot of countries now have really nice flags that are pre-coded, right? Because before it was just random, basically, unless you were France. Anyway, now they're pre-coded, and the only problem is that Ulm does not have a pre-coded flag, so it's still going to be a random one. And I hope it's a good one, because I don't want a terrible one. Oh, next time we'll be able to core this, finally. Good. Empress Consort has died. I almost thought it was our emperor for a second. Generally, I would always go for the stability, but 50 prestige and inflation reduction sounds better, since we don't want to lose the revolution. So, my consort dies, and then my heir. Terrible events if it wasn't for the fact that we were going revolutionary in a while, so I don't really care. Okay, you've gotta love this. In Russia, if the Tsar Alexei I dies, someone from the house of Wittenberg will rise. But if I die, someone from the house Rurikovic. Did I pronounce that correctly? Oh my god, I'm so terrible. Anyway, so we basically switch dynasties around, which is kind of funny. Russia, for the sake of having a consort and an heir, just in case I die before everything, you know, I'm just gonna break this and then we'll create a new marriage again. It didn't work, apparently. We got no consort. I hate this game sometimes. But Spain lost their empress or emperor, and now we finally got someone back. Yes, let's call him Karl. I was about to call him Gabriel, but you know, Karl sounds cool. By the end of this, our economic situation will be dire, but you know, it's either this or going bankrupt to do it faster. But again, I really don't think bankruptcy is needed unless you're in multiplayer. And we do have a lot of troops. I almost thought, yes, let's declare war against Venice, because right now, basically, only Aragon would join in, And you'll think, yeah, you know, why don't you do that? Well, because if you think about it, the current interest payment is gigantic. If I'm gonna waste money right now, like at the end of this revolution, I'm gonna try to pay off as many loans as I can, and then stabilize my economic situation. So going to war for just Istria and having to fight Aragon as well, and use a bunch of favors with my allies is not something I really want to do right now. Although, threatening war is one of the greatest things ever added to this game. It's just amazing. So let's threaten Lubeck for Rupin. I'd love to take Magdeburg because they just took it, but I don't really care anymore. We're gonna eliminate them anyway once the revolution arises. Bremen, do you want to be... Actually, wait, you're allied with Savoy, Lubeck, and Hamburg? No. Oldenburg with Austria? No way. Yeah, Bremen, do you want to be an elector? Hey, why declare war for Istria when you can threaten war? Oh my god, why didn't I see that before? It's December now, and we're only 5% of the way to revolution. It's glorious, and we have lots of points stored up for any eventual point stuff that we need to use. Something that does bother me with the revolution in EU4 though is that France gets so many cool events and other countries don't. I wish they could script similar sort of events for other countries in Europe having the revolution. But yeah, anyway, let's do this. It's 5 months away, so December plus 5 months is what, May, I guess, or it's gonna fire in April, I think. A revolution in Ulm. Decades of feudal oppression, religious intolerance, and unjust taxation have contributed to the revolutionary movements beginning to surface across our lands. Friedrich I has desperately been seeking resolutions to ever-increasing problems as our country finds itself on the verge of financial ruin. The population's incessant strive for liberty will probably prove too much for a challenge, if not handled properly. 58 revolutionary regiments rise up in revolt in Straubing. Lose 3 stability, lose 10 prestige. This was the 1st of May. I unpaused by mistake once more. Kind of annoyed that it's Schleswig, but you know what? The road is open for them. I'm actually gonna try to stand down. I'm not gonna raise my maintenance. Technically, I'm supposed to be fighting them, pushing them away from the edge of my empire towards the middle, but hopefully more revolutionary troops will rise up throughout the country, and I'll just send them later and sweep in and move them towards the capital. Build cost and infantry cost plus 10%. That's also maintenance. You know what? I'm gonna take the... let's repay a bunch of loans. Actually, repay as many loans as I can. 14 loans, okay. And then we will take the interest per annum, which will screw us over for a little bit, but you know, it's fine. We're gonna try to pay things back. Oh my god, this is actually terrible. Minus 12. That's better than minus 30 though. Failed promises. Lose 1 stability. Yeah, at this point I don't care. Let's actually send in the army of Leipzig to serve as bait. Of course, the maintenance is down as much as possible. Oh, what? Minus 30 again? Is it because of the interest? Oh my god, we are so screwed when it comes to money. Although, we can take up to, what, 20 bank loans, so I guess we're fine, almost. Oh my god, this is so expensive. It's either this or tax modifier. This is so terrible. Let's go for the corruption. I know the unrest is terrible, but technically we're fine. Ooh, let's not crush them. We're gonna use our military power to crush everyone else, because I don't want them to have, you know, independence, of course. There we go, it finally happened. Now, I'm going to raise the army maintenance. It's crazy, you'll say, but, wait, where did that army go? Did it disappear? No, it's moving to Salzburg. Good. We're gonna move southwards, and then we're gonna try to crush a few of the armies here and there. But of course, we want them to siege down the capital, so I'm gonna leave them there. Nobility estate, gain 10 loyalty, tax modifier for 20 years. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. I know I need my admin power, but these events always... it's always terrible. The game always likes to punish you towards the end. Ulm has fallen after 148 days. Okay, this is it. Although, I am fighting them in battle here. So, I hope to win this battle at least. I know they disappear after a while, but let's roleplay a little bit, right? There we go. August 1760. This is it. I've never actually had a revolution in EU4, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. The growing revolutionary activity in our country has caused the collapse of the regime. The revolutionary masses stormed a major prison in our capital, and this sent shockwaves throughout the government. The offer to form a new, slightly more constitutional monarchy was initially accepted, but then our old corrupt monarch just couldn't quite resist the urge to try and bring the good old days back. We were left with no choice but to limit the old king's ability to influence the government by removing his head. Although die-hard monarchists were convinced that the king would soon grow another one, this was not the case. Now a purely temporary committee of public safety has been appointed, which includes the leaders of the initial revolution and an over-ambitious general. Our regime's future of liberty and equality at home would be bright, but we seem to have annoyed every crowned head of Europe. Even now, we hear reports that are preparing for war against us, so we must now prepare to defend the Republic. On the bright side, liberal forces are looking to us for to export the benefits of the revolution to them, so we will able to gain support in such a way. Vive la révolution. Okay, Ulm becomes the main source of the revolution. Ulm revolutionaries will disband. Gain 5 mercantilism. Wow, I don't remember that. 1 stability. Revolutionary Republic, which gives morale of armies plus 10%, tolerance of heretics plus 2. Monthly autonomies change minus 0.2. Number of diplomats plus 1. Number of states plus 5. National focus cooldown minus 5. Republican cultural sufferance for non-accepted cultures. Local unrest minus 0.5. Local tax modifier plus 10%. Local manpower modifier plus 10%. And local sailors modifier plus 5%. Current ruler Friedrich I at age 45 will die. There we go. Let's speed this down. The unfortunate passing of Frederick the First forces us to hold a premature election. There, 3 primary candidates have been nominated. Oh my god, the flag is terrible. It's like literally the worst flag that we could possibly have, but you know, whatever. I just wish Paradox added, for God's sake, like, I can customize my subject countries, but I can't customize my own flag. That's stupid. So, bureaucratic candidate, diplomatic candidate, or military candidate. Of course, we need the bureaucratic guy because, well, we're kind of short on admin points. Revolutionary Ulm is more stable. Flight inflation will be removed from Revolutionary Ulm. Bureaucratic expansion will be removed from Revolutionary Ulm. Revolution will end. Oh, wow. The worst drawbacks are just a memory. Just a few days. That's fantastic. The Jacobins are in power. Build cost, national unrest -2, national tax modifier +2. That's great. Diplomatic reputation -2. Not that good, but still amazing. Austria is now the Emperor. I don't give a shit because they will be crushed, won't they? We will destroy the HRE. Imperialism against Denmark, blah blah blah. Holy War is gone. Oh, we lose all of that. Damn. But we do gain spread the revolution, which is great. And Emperor Naxleden, I probably mispronounced that terribly, is now our new ruler. Oh my god, that flag is horrible. But on the bright side, you know, we do have a revolution. Cult of Reason. National unrest. Technology cost -50. No, you know what? Let's not do that now. Maybe later, because unrest is not something I can afford right now. We have 12 loans we need to repay. They are gigantic loans. And money is just going right out the drain. We need to fix this. Good news, France loves us. Castile does not love us as much. But you know, let's just improve relations. It's already pretty good. Enemy of the enemy. Yeah, you know, let's improve relations. What about Russia? How are you feeling? You're probably feeling okay, but you know what? Let's improve. Let's improve with everybody. Let's be friends. Let's destroy Central Europe and then conquer the rest of the world. By the way, Paradox, I wish there was one thing you could add to the espionage thing, and that is, if you ever watch this, so when you support rebels, right? I should be able to see the rebels before I spend 60 action points, or not spend, but like, I don't need to. Why should I need to get up to 60 action points to see what kind of rebels I can fund? It'd be nice to know beforehand, and then, you know, try to get those 60 action points. Oh my god, we're going positive again. So before we spend even more money in recruiting more men, we are actually going to go ahead and try to, you know, pay back our loans, stabilize our country, and then, of course, we're going to wreck the rest of the world. Aragon's no longer a valid rival. I think it's time for Persia to go in the spotlight. You dislike France and Russia, which is great, so I'll make even better friends with them. Damn you, Castile. Typical. Typical. Always like that. Now, why do you hate me so much? Too many diplomatic relations. Is that... really? That's your reasoning? All things considered, I am going positive, even with full army maintenance, so let's take the opportunity and declare... Let's call in Trier, because I intend to swallow Trier eventually. And maybe Cologne at some point, but not right now. I think it's easy to crush Austria and Brandenburg by themselves. Let's go. You bastards! How dare you? Good thing I didn't attack Austria, so they're not calling them in, but still. Fuck! God damn it, sorry for swearing, but I thought I had full army morale here for some... What happened? Why don't they have full army morale? I'm so confused. We'll recover... Oh my god, I'm so screwed. Should I should probably not engage with these troops, should I? 3 out of... I'd have to have 80... That's 60, 100. And I'm on the defensive. You know what, let's try. I lost a lot of men, but still. That was not very nice. So, I could lose a lot of money or lose Republican tradition and stability cost modifier. You know what, let's raise our stability just before we change that. Tolerance of true faith, monthly autonomy change. Actually, this is terrible. This is doable, actually. Holy shit, Austria lost to Liège. That is a once-in-a-lifetime event there. Never seen that. But we are, of course... Oh, I forgot. We need to leave the HRE, but I don't feel like doing it right now, because again, the moment I leave is the moment also that I... whenever I declare war on anyone within the Empire, I call in Austria, or Liège. But since Liège is so weak, though, I mean, who gives a shit, right? So once this war is done, I think I'm leaving. Wow, revolutionary Ulm, an honorable people. Now that's a peace deal. Yes, people will hate me, but they're small shitty states, right? So, and I'll also gain a lot of money, which I can use to pay back my loans. That's mostly what I'm here after. Now, I really don't want the Girondists in power, because yes, manpower recovery speed, great, land force limit modifier, but aggressive expansion impact, god damn, it's a bit harsh. The Imperials, though, that's what I want to see, because that's going to be really cool, having a revolutionary empire. I'm a bit of a Napoleon fanboy myself, as you may have noticed, but yes, getting them in power, though, requires us to do what? We can either spend diplomatic power, or... Come on, tell me. doesn't say why. It's just, maybe it's because all the others are rising. Papal revolutionaries! Oh yes, I want to see that. Brandenburg no more. Apparently, Castile has rivaled me. Damn. God damn you, Castile. Really? Why? I know I'm a threat to the world, blah blah blah. But, actually, how many loans do I have? 9. Okay, I can only repay 1. That's fine. Election! Let's keep Albrecht, because then, we'll get a better ruler. I need a better ruler. It'd be wonderful. 522. And also, I think that eventually increases the support of the Imperials. Because they're like, oh, something's going on here. 10 years of justify my war. Oh, yes. The revolutionaries are still sieging down the Papal State. That might take a while, but we have Colonian revolutionaries, and they're in the middle of a war. So this might actually be good. This might work, even though I wanted to eat up Cologne, but you know, having them become revolutionary is also kind of fun. Excuse me, I thought you already sent that, Castile. Like, wait, what? I'm so confused. What? Yeah. Wasn't that the case before? I think it's time. We've cored all those provinces. It's time to leave the HRE. Let's just look at the map here. We are an elector. Look at that, the size of... There are more electors or elector provinces than anything else, but it's time we take our leave. Let's go. Can we update the map? No? There we go. Oh, look at that. We've basically destroyed it. I honestly don't know what happens if the revolutionaries win in the Papal State, because I think one of the conditions is that, you know, you're not the Pope. So I'm curious. Wild rumors are circulating about our nobility plotting with foreign powers. Hysteria grows and the mood is fearful. The people demand that we strike at the traitors, but wiser minds say that we must let the tradition of republican justice take its course. No, we must strike the nobility, those wretched fools. Let's see. The Imperials are moving to win. I really like the national tax modifier boost there, but of course we need... I'm giving the Imperials some time, you know. I'm not going to take them on right now, but once we have paid off most of the debt, which we can do now, we have 3 more loans to pay off, but that's good, that's good. Iceland is a thing. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Phase 1 of expansion. I think I want this, and to be honest, I don't think we'll really have time to do a lot more conquest, although we are in late game, so we can take more, but we'll really have to see. Keep Albrecht, yes. Republican traditions debated. I'm gonna click we need a king, and now we boost this faction 3 times maybe? No, it's already on top there. So we're gonna have the Imperials win. Faction takeover, and look what... Oh my god. What the hell happened here? Did they... I think they went to war. Because, Norway was definitely not in the personal union. That's why... Is that why Iceland declared independence? But I'm so confused. That is so strange. I did not imagine they could just annex that much territory so quickly. There we go, that went really quickly. Rise of a despot. I wish there was a military coup, kind of like Napoleon, but only France gets that, which is, again, kind of annoying. The lack of respect for a republic has slowly eroded its foundations. To preserve the stability of the state, President Albrecht Naxleden, maybe we should have chosen some other guy, but anyway, has proclaimed himself dictator for life. Long live Albrecht Naxleden. Morale of armies plus 10%. National manpower modifier plus 25%. Autonomy change, diplomats, leaders without upkeep, number of states, and national focus cooldown. Oh, lovely. Just absolutely lovely. And of course the French want a royal marriage, and we are going to accept because we have no consort. What I didn't know is that the factions actually disappear once you become a revolutionary empire. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Strengthening government to legitimacy. You know what? Let's use that sort of military power that's been waiting to be used. Let's push it up to 80. No, maybe 90. No, 80 is fine. 80 is fine. And the estates have also been reset, which means the clergy are kind of pissed off. Let's start giving them territory here and there. Oh, why can I not? What the hell? Yes, give them territory, please. Make them happy. They're sort of really annoying. And you go there, etc., etc. I think the Pope had his revolution, but it didn't really work out so well. Anyway, I think... Again, I say I think a lot, and anyway a lot, but next target might actually be Venice here. I'll have to put away my fleet though. Time for another idea group. We're quite behind on this, but let's go diplomatic maybe. I do have a lot of military power that soaks up. This is actually pretty nice though, if we start making vassals. And this aggressive expansion impact is very, very nice. The problem is getting there, though. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's go for influence. I don't really feel like doing anything else right now. I could call in Tuscany, Portugal, and France, but I think I'm gonna wait with the French just in case. Triarch alone, me, and Hungary can beat Aragon and these people. I think it shouldn't really be much of a problem. So let's go. Liberals angry. No. You know, I just realized I have a lot of favors with you, so I'll call you in. Oh, I totally forgot. Aragon has Burgundy. Right. Well, good thing I called in the French. Give me your money, Rome. Oh my god. It seems like we have a Ludwig IV. Romanov. Never thought that would happen. Holy shit. And he's decided to marry a local house. Okay. Well, an heir to the throne. Let's call him Gabriel, because it's time, I think. It's time. The Battle of Antwerpen. Or Zeelandia, sorry. Middelburg, I'll call it. Goodbye, Venice. It's been nice knowing you. We've also begun the construction of the greatest army ever seen. Let's see, that is, yeah, 330. We can build another few. I don't even know how many men I'm building. I just commissioned like 100,000 men out of nowhere. Totally crazy. What is this? Oh, because we changed. Right. Damn, that's bad. That's actually pretty bad. Let's strengthen our government a few times. And hope for the best. Louis XVI is dead. Oh, that's funny. It's interesting how it named right on time there as well. Now imagine being like in this Ulmer revolution, to see all that chaos, and then only to have a Romanov rise to the throne and become emperor of all of Ulm. I mean, they're still doing well, you know, it's very different sort of... It's more based on the people, but still, it must be kind of like, what the hell? Anyway, I just realized we're approaching 30 minutes. That's quite impressive. And the world is very different, and the world will be very different once we begin our more aggressive wars. I don't know to what extent I want to take this playthrough in terms of aggression, but we're definitely gonna try to, you know, make your borders look nicer at least. And I know generally the aim is 50 years, but you know, towards the end of the game like this, stuff happens. So I've decided we're doing 25-year steps, and so there's like gonna be 2 more episodes between now and 1800, and then 1800 to 1821 when the game ends. So that's gonna be nice. Join me next time. This has been GameGabster. Don't forget to do all the crazy, wonderful things. Bye bye.